What's up guys? In this video I will talk about how to start Reddit from complete scratch in 2025, and I know that Reddit is creating a lot of trouble in the last few weeks for most of you, and in this video I will give you a clean method on how you will be able again to start posting your model on Reddit right away tomorrow. And yes, let's get right into the video. Before I start the video, I want to quickly mention my free Telegram group on Telegram. This is a Reddit networking group, so everything in this group is about Reddit. So if you're interested in Reddit, definitely make sure to join the group. Link is in my bio or in the description of the video, and also the link to my free insights group where I'll share informations like videos and any other updates in regards to Reddit in there. So also make sure to join this group. So let's get started with the video now. First of all, those are my current organic results with Reddit. I run multiple models, all between 10 to 15k net profit. This one is right now my best one. I just put in the screenshot of this one. I run 6 models in total, and this is one of the results I'm having with them. And one thing which is definitely also very sticking out is the, let's say, it's not a crazy consistency, but you can see there's a good line. And it's not like sometimes when you are on Instagram and you see this one thing going up and then all other days are shit. This is something we don't have with Reddit, and this is something I really like about Reddit, that we have a bit of a consistency when it comes to making money and also seeing results. And also this is one of the reasons why I like Reddit a lot. And yes, let's go to the next page. Why is Reddit the best platform for traffic? One thing I already said, it's the consistency when it comes to getting traffic, because if you're not having viral posts on Reddit, you get this like consistent traffic coming in. Viral posts push that a little bit, but not like crazy. And especially viral posts also push over the next 6 to 7 days traffic in. So it's definitely a thing where you have consistent traffic. That's what I already mentioned before. Next thing is that you have instant traffic. Instant traffic is something which is, especially when you start out with a new model, something a lot of agencies don't have. They started Instagram with 0 followers, and every one of us knows is Instagram, which we start completely know, will not perform right away. So it is very nice to see instant results and also to get the model motivated instantly. And that's why I like Reddit a lot, because I have instant traffic and also instant results for the model itself. Next thing, it is completely agency depending, for example, in my case. So I'm not in the position where I'm in need of the model doing especially a lot of content. Like if the model is doing a certain amount of content, which is a low amount in my opinion when it comes to Reddit, I am able to do everything else by myself. At the end, if she's providing solid, and I'm talking about solid pictures here, it is completely my responsibility to make her perform on Reddit. And this is something, for example, you will not have with Instagram or TikTok, because you will always be depending on that the model is making her reels every week, and also good reels with good facial expressions and every other shit. And this is where you're really depending on the model. And that's why I like Reddit, because 95% of Reddit is agency depending, 5% is model depending, but those 95% agency depending are definitely one of the facts I really like about Reddit. Next thing is, it is really easy scalable. You can easy scale the shit out of Reddit when it comes to Reddit Organic, because you can just set up multiple accounts and just, for example, you run one account for your model, you post in 20 subreddits every day, and that's it. Now you just set up a second account, and now all of a sudden you post in 40 subreddits. You can instantly double your traffic from Reddit if you have enough subreddits that fit for your model. And I promise you there are always enough subreddits. If you don't have the amount of subreddits, do more research, but I will come and talk later again about research and how to do that properly as well. Okay, but now let's start with the real topic. First of all, how to start. We will first I will talk about the account creation plus camera farming. Then I will talk about how to find the right subreddits for your model, and then how to actually scale your posting. So I will basically cover all the basic topics in this video. I will not go extremely into detail, because those are topics for other videos. If you have any suggestions for videos where you would like me to talk about specific topics really deep into, let me know, and I will definitely try and make one of the videos for that. Yes, we have account creation plus karma farming, we have how to find the right subreddits for your model, and we have how to scale your posting. And let's start with account creation right away. Account creation plus farming. So I know that many of you guys struggle, especially with account creation and then farming the accounts to a certain karma amount where you then able to post in the subreddits where you want to promote your model. Let's say it like this. Many people have run their Reddit accounts on anti-detect browsers and everything else, but what I can tell from experience now is that this is not really working properly anymore. What we are doing, or what I'm doing in my agency right now with the VAs that are working for me, is we set up legitimately every account on a phone. There's many different ways you can do that. You can crack a phone, set up hundreds of accounts on it, and then connect the mobile proxy and switch between every account. But I like to keep it clean, especially when it comes to organic. And we set those accounts with a fresh Gmail on an iPhone phone. I think that iPhone phones have a way higher trust score to Reddit than Android phones. That's why we set up the accounts on iPhone phones, and then we set them up with Gmail accounts. And this is basically in 99% of the cases, and then an account which is also staying alive and is ready to karma farm. If you should face any troubles, which the account is getting banned instantly, there's a setup problem. Because right now I never had any problems when I created the account, when the setup was clean, when the proxy was clean, which it was posted on, that the account got banned right away or in the farming process. So if you face any issues with a ban, make sure to set up everything else properly first again and then create a new account on your phone. But that should work for now. And let's talk now about the account warm-up. What I like to do is just act like a real human. At the end of the day, we have this CQS trust score shit going on. I made a video already about that, but we need to be as human as possible towards Reddit. And this is why we should also use this account, in my opinion, for a few days, firstly, with just scrolling and liking a few posts. Once we've done that, like let's say 3 days of warm-up where we just we go into the karma farming phase. What we do is we always start with comment karma first, and once we reach the certain amount we're looking for, and this is very, very depending on what your goals are, but in order to post in all subreddits where I need my models in, I farm to around 400 comment karma. This is like the maximum you need, but I want to be able to post in legit every subreddit. That's why we farm to 400 comment karma. And in most cases, let's say 200 to 300 is actually enough. But once the VA reaches 400 comment karma, he then switches on farming post karma. I will not go into detail how to farm karma properly, but what I can tell you is just at the end of the day, write good comments and then do solid posts in SFW communities, not with your model, with let's say dog pics, cat pics, and farm there your post karma. It is sometimes a bit of a longer process, but as long as you find good looking cats, like they will get upvotes, trust me. And find them not on Reddit, find them outside of Reddit, pictures that haven't been used so far, that are a bit harder to find, so you also sure no other agency has posted them before. If you're just Googling cat, posting a cat, you can assume that another agency has done that before and the post will get removed and you will get no post karma. So make sure to do something which is actually a bit of a work when it comes to the post karma farming, that you actually put in a bit of effort at this point. Let's say you have the post karma you need and the comment karma you need. I farm, by the way, to around 2,000 to 3,000 post karma. So we have an account with 3,000 post karma and 400 comment karma. That's it. Then we are able to start with the NSFW posting. What we will do then is I used to clear the feed and then set up my model. What I feel like right now is that deleting the post is not good for the trust score itself. So we keep the posts we used for the post karma farming. We switch the name obviously to the model's name of the profile. We do a solid caption. You can just look at a few other accounts that are posting in similar niches as your model is doing it and create a similar caption. And then we add the OnlyFans link. Besides that, we're doing a pin post with a verification, I am real, and then sometimes also a Q&A post or an OnlyFans pin post. Those are the 3 pin posts you guys can do. I like to do them because I feel like it's making the model look a bit more human, realistic and everything, and just gives a little bit more trust and also better conversion at the end of the day. So I definitely recommend doing that. Besides, you can also put in a profile picture and a banner. And this is it for the account creation and karma farming. We have the karma farming and account creation ready now. We should have our accounts now after a few days, which have the needed common karma and the needed post karma. Now we need to find communities where we can post in our model. How are we going to do that? So first of all, what I like to do is actually take a closer look at my model and decide, okay, what do I want to do? Do I want to post her in SFW? Do I only want to show her tits and the rest covered? Or do I want to show literally everything? And if you have done that, you need to decide, okay, let's say you're deciding to post only in to only show your tits on Reddit. Let's say like this. Then you need to check, okay, what USPs, unique selling points, do I have now? Let's say she has big tits, she has a cute face, she has a small butt and a few tattoos. So you have those niches. You can look first of all and write into Reddit tattoo, and you will instantly find if NSFW is activated on your account, a few NSFW communities related to tattoos. And then you can go in there and look for models that are similar to your model. Then you click onto those accounts, and those are mainly run by agencies. You can just copy their entire list of subreddits they're posting in and try these subreddits out. And this is how I'm finding at the end of the day the subreddits for my model. I'm looking at the USPs. I'm looking at every niche of the USPs to find models similar to my model, and then copy their subreddit list where they are posting in. And that's how I found, like, legitimately in 1 hour, 200 to 300 interesting subreddits for my model. And this is actually working for every model like this. Even though if you take a look at her and you think, oh, she has no USPs, trust me, she has USPs. Even if it's little tits, if it's, I don't know, there's things on Reddit that describe the nipple shape of the subreddit name is describing the shape of her nipples. So you can actually go into that deep of a detail, because some weirdos on Reddit are into that, but it is working at the end of the day. So make sure to really find the USPs of your model, and then also find the subreddits matching to that. And this is how you do proper research on Reddit. Yes, let's get into the last topic now, how to actually scale your posting. What I like to do is to keep my model's account on maximum of 20 subreddits. As we already talked about in the last topic, how to find your subreddits, you will find way more subreddits that are working for your model. And now it comes to, okay, how am I scaling this? And I already talked about, maybe you can crack your phone, your iPhone, and set up multiple accounts on there. You can also scale when it comes to phones. You get yourself 5 old iPhones, like iPhone 8s, whatever, or you get a VA that already has a lot of phones and setting up the accounts on his phone. Like, there's a lot of options how to scale your business at the end of the day, but how to scale it is in posting more subreddits. And there's also very important that you don't forget the verified subreddits, because the verified subreddits are at the end of the day the subreddits that will bring in the most amount of money for your business. And that's why it's very important to have a clean setup. Especially make sure to have accounts that really stay alive, and that's why the phone method is right now the best one. The anti-detect browser, in my opinion, doesn't work properly anymore. I know people have accounts on there, but they're facing a lot of issues, especially in the account creation. It's basically gotten impossible to create accounts there. If they are already running accounts on there for 3 to 4 months, that work mostly, that's still working mostly, but as I said, creating accounts on there isn't working anymore. What I haven't tried so far is to actually create the accounts on my phone, farm them, and then put them onto an anti-detect browser. That could maybe work. I haven't tried it out so far, but maybe an idea for you how to scale it also. This is like a little bonus here. You can try this idea out, and that's at the end of the day, not at the end of the day, that's it for the video. If you have any questions, ask me in my Telegram group. I'm way more active there than on the comment section of this video. Make sure to join the group, and have a nice day. Bye bye.